Okay, we're live. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna do it this way. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Really already? Come on, bro. I haven't even told Discord yet. Boom, 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 do 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. Uh, do, do, do. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because we're talking about magic first, and then we're playing Resident Evil. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of appropriate ages, we're talking about my new deck. I really want to ride my tricycle because it's 3 colors and I want to cycle a lot of cards. So here is the list. It's a lot of cards. Some would say it's 100 cards. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Visual spoiler. I don't know how to zoom it in, but so this is basically, the deck is a cycling deck that really wants to get one of 3 different enchantments out. Okay, so here's the 3 main enchantments. The 4th one's pretty good too. Okay, so basically all my enchantments are really important, but 5 of the 7 are stupid important. Okay, so the first 2 are Astral Slide and Astral Drift. They're both the exact same card, and then the other one is Escape Protocol. But basically what this card does is whenever I cycle a card, I get to exile a creature, and at the end of turn, it comes back. That's what these 2 do. This one, whenever I cycle, I pay 1, and then I exile it. Target artifact or creature. Okay. So basically, I can get rid of an artifact or a creature, which is actually, that's actually surprisingly good, because like with the Sixth Doctor out. Oh no, Sixth Doctor is a cast trigger. Never mind. But like, but what that allows me to do is it lets me blink creatures that are really good for me. And then the other ones is New Perspectives. Whenever it enters the battlefield, I draw 3 cards, and then as long as I have 7 or more cards in my hand, I can cycle for free. So that's the main shtick of the deck. So the commanders are going to be Joe Grant and the Sixth Doctor. Now, Joe Grant is the more important of the two because Joe Grant allows me to cycle historic cards for 3 mana. And then whenever I cycle a card, she gets bigger. The Sixth Doctor is just a value piece that if I don't have anything to do, it's good to play. Or if I'm about to play something really good, like for instance, you know, Panharmonicon, Monument of Endurance. We'll go over that in just a minute. Alhemred's Archive. There's a lot of good like legendary slash like legendary slash historic stuff that's really good. So like for instance, Pipplethip is just a wall of blossoms, but it's legendary, so I would get an extra copy of that creature. Biza is another good example of this, but for the most part, the idea is to cycle cards to make her Joe Grant big and beat face with that, and then get an obscene amount of value of my creatures entering the battlefield, because most of my stuff has ETBs. Like for instance, this is I can plane cycle it for 2, which gets me a plane in my hand, but when it enters the battlefield, I can exile up to 2 artifacts. So blinking that with Astral Slide is just stupid. With Panharmonicon and all these other really good things that I can do, just makes it really good. So I have a lot of value pieces, no infinite combos that I'm aware of, because actually no, there is infinite combos in here, but it only lasts as many until I run out of cards in my deck. So the combo would be Peregrine Drake, Escape Protocol, and basically any cycler with E-Witness on the board. So we're talking like a 4-card combo. Basically a 4-card combo that would make her really, really big. But again, it's to get 4 cards together isn't super, super crazy, but like I'm not going to be searching for that particular combo. But I figured having cards like this would be really good so I can blink them out. And usually when I'm searching for cards, I'm going to be the first 2 I'm going to search for are these 2 here. One or the other. And then the next one is New Perspective. So like this is 4th on the list of cards that I want to tutor for. And there's only 2 in here, which is Enlightened Tutor and Moon Blessed Cleric. The only 2 that happens. So I'm not too worried about it. But like Skullwinder and Eternal Witnesses would be the other piece of that combo. But it's not infinite. Well, yeah, it's not infinite, especially with like Alheimer's Archive. I can get a lot of value, but it's not infinite. So yeah, so cards that are kind of important for this list are gonna be Pier makes Joe Grant really, really big. We have cards like this, Tutina, Speaker of the Tajaru, which is basically a fancy wood elves that can return basically all my cycling lands to my hand when I get to a certain point and just start cycling them instead. Alhemred's Archive, whenever I cycle a card, I draw 2 cards instead of 1. So I'm actually gaining cards instead of just cycling them, which is really nice. Guardian Project's really great because when you're blinking your creatures, they enter again. So I get to draw even more cards. Same with the Great Hinge. They're going to get bigger and bigger, which is really, really nice. Well, they're going to get draw me a card and get slightly bigger, which is really nice. Another really good artifact in this list is Fluctuator. Cycling abilities you activate cost 2 less to cast, which is really sweet. So for 1 white, I can cycle any historic permanent in the list, which is really sweet. But this is one of those lists that I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick with 40 lands. Now, I will say I have 5 MDFCs and 40 lands, I think. Maybe it's 4. Let's take a look here. I have 1 creature, 1 MDFC here, 2, 3. Said 3, 4. So I have 4 MDFCs. So there's 36 or 35. Yeah, so I have 5. But I wanted to make sure I stick to 40 lands. This deck is gonna be super hungry when it comes to making your land drops and all that stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that I really hit that number. But other cards that I can use to help me win the deck are Monument of Endurance. It says whenever you discard a card, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn, draw a card, create a treasure, and each opponent loses 3 life. So when I'm playing this, I think I'm going to have to focus more on the each opponent loses 3 life, because smacking with Joe Grant, who doesn't have much evasion, like I have a couple of cards to give her evasion, but just having a bigums isn't usually enough for me to win, right? So I wanted to have other cards that could help me win the game. For instance, Ominous Seeds is one of those cards. Ominous Seeds says whenever you draw a card, put a counter on it. And then I can remove 8 of those counters to create an 8/8. So when you're going to be cycling as many cards as I plan on cycling, I'm drawing a lot of cards. So, because if I were to look at every card that has cycling, and I'm going to include like historic spells, like 3/4 of my deck can cycle. So, and that's including my lands too. So like, I probably have 60 things that can cycle as long as Joe Grant's out on the battlefield. So when it came to like the board wipes and stuff, I chose like cards like Cataclysmic Gearhulk, because I can cycle it if I don't need it, right? And then the cool thing with Cataclysmic Gearhulk, I keep Joe Grant, I keep the Cataclysmic Gearhulk, I keep my Astral Slide. And that just seems like right to me, right? I want to be able to do as much stuff as possible. I have cool cards like Kyogre. This mana curve is kind of steep. Why I have so many lands and stuff. So like, I'm drawing off of everything past this 3, which when I was playtesting it earlier, I drew like 9 cards off it, which is pretty fucking fantastic. And that includes the token copies that the 6th Doctor makes, because that is a copyable effect or a thing. Mana value is something that's copied on when you have copy versions of things. So I wanted to go through maybe like 2 or 3 playtest hands where I get to like turn, I don't know, let's say turn 8 or so, because that's when I'll know for sure if I have something like I'm doing well. So looking at this hand, I have a lot of lands that enter tapped. This is a 1, 2, 3 land hand. I do have an Astral Slide, so I would definitely keep this hand, because this is like a key piece that I want to keep. So let's go ahead and keep it, and we're going to draw. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll play this tap Tinterland Harbor, and we'll go to turn 2. So I'm glad I played that first. So we're going to play this, it enters tapped, and then we'll play this Enigma Jewel. Enigma Jewel is essentially a soul ring that helps me cycle things. So I can't use it to spend, I can only use it to spend for activated abilities. It is in the list. That's the one of the ways I give Joe Grant evasion. All right, so we're going to go to turn 3, and we're going to do this masterful thing. We're going to play the Seagate Restoration on the other side. I'm going to pay 3 life to let it enter in untapped. We will Astral Slide. And I would say at this point, I'm going to start cycling things. So just to be say, oh, you're attacking me with your... I don't know, something. We'll blink it out. I'll draw a card, and then we'll go to my next turn. All right, so we're going to play the command tower. That's an easy pick. We will also cast Joe Grant. Actually, yeah, Joe Grant. So at this point, I'm actually going to want to... I will save my slide now because I want to be able to play this Alhemmer's Archive next turn. So we'll say we didn't cycle this turn. We'll draw. We'll play this island. We'll play Alhemmer's Archive. So now whenever I cycle, so these will be tapped. So now when I cycle, I don't have a thing oh wait. Yeah, I still don't have a thing I can cycle. That kind of stinks. All right, well, we'll go to turn 6. That's okay. We'll get 6 in our pool. So this hand's kind of bad. So we're gonna just cycle this away to draw 2 cards. Okay, this will get a counter. We'll blink one of your creatures because I don't have anything amazing to blink right now. We will tap this for green and this. We'll cycle this, draw 2 cards. This is going to get 3 +1/+1 counters. And it's going to have trample of indestructible. A colossal sky turtle, not cycle, but you can channel to remove for removal or recursion. Let me see what that card does. I will. Right. Is it colossal sky turtle? Let's see. For 7 mana, it is a 6/5 flying ward 2. I channel it to discard target creature. Probably not, because I can't cycle it. So the short answer is no. It doesn't have any ETBs, and I don't really. Channeling's not important. Like, the only time like that would be good is with, I believe, my 1 blue enchantment that lets me make drakes and stuff. So I don't think I would want that. So what have we done? We cycled 2 cards so far this turn. That's where we're at. Honestly, I think I would leave that, leave it as it is. We're gonna go ahead and say no to some sort of activated or triggered ability at some point. I will draw 2 cards, and then we'll go to turn 7. Okay, so this is where things start getting really good. So I'm going to pay 4 for Guardian Project. 3, 4. Then we'll play Cloud of Fairies, untapping 2 lands. I untapped a wrong land. I need a white for this particular instance. So we're gonna draw 2 cards here. This is gonna enter with a counter. Boop boop. Oh, this is so gross. Hold on. We're going to cycle Lorn of the Third Path. We'll target this with the blink. I don't get that until my next turn. Well, until the end of turn. But I do get to draw 2 cards, which is good. I got this as well. So, and the migratory path. So I have cards that I can cycle. So now, oops, just one. So when it comes back, I'll blink it and then I'll draw 2 cards. I will cycle this on the next person's end step, targeting this. I'll draw 2 cards for cycling and then 2 cards for this entering, and then these 2 will come untapped. And then again, I will get rid of migratory path, and then 3, 4. See, this is where this deck gets crazy, right? So it'll come back, and then I will also think I'll cycle Samwise here, drawing 4 cards and these 2 untapped. Okay, so now we're going to be at turn 7. I have a lot of cards in my hand. However, things are not looking good for my opponents. So I have 2 mana to cycle with whatever I want. I have Gandalf here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I don't play Gandalf yet. Hold on. Maybe I do. So I play Gandalf. Wait, I don't play Gandalf because this isn't legendary. So we're gonna play this, untap these. So Drakehaven will be a good include for, because now when I cycle, I'm making 2/2 Drakes now. I'm going to draw 2 cards from this, from Guardian Project. Yeah, so like I am in such value town right now. Like I almost want to, I don't have another white. Do I have, here, let's do it this way. And then what we'll do is we will Enlighten Tutor for Astral Slide. Oh wait, I have a better idea. So yeah, I kind of went infinite here. Well, not quite. So we're gonna Enlighten Tutored for what's the name of that fucking blue enchantment? Cost 2. Escape Protocol. Close and shuffle. It'll go on top. I will tap this to not plane cycle. Plane cycling would be bad. I guess I can do this and cycle this, which will draw me 2 cards. I did play a land, so we're gonna do this. Interesting. I don't quite have enough, so we're gonna save our mana. And then I had to discard the hand size. That stinks. Yeah, if I maybe thought my turn out a little bit earlier, I could have had this out, and then I'm blinking it every time, and then this one would just come back at the end of turn, like. Because then every time I cycle something for 1 mana, I'm untapping 5 lands. It's pretty solid. You have a way to manipulate the top of your deck? No, not. I mean, the only card that matters is Enlightened Tutor, but it honestly, the top of my library doesn't really matter all that much. So this new hand's looking okay. I have Reliquary Tower, which is kind of nice. I have the colors that I'll need, and I have a land or something that I can blink with later. So I'll see what happens. We're gonna go ahead. I drew a land. See, this is why I went with 40, because like hitting land drops in this deck are so freaking important. So we're gonna go to turn 2. We will play this and gain 2 life. Let's go to turn 3. Dreamroot Cascade. We will Drake Haven. We're gonna go to turn 4. We'll play Reliquary Tower. And we'll play Joe Grant. Turn 5. We'll play Beautiful Promenade. I have 2 white. We'll play Gandalf. Turn 6. This is where shit gets real. So the cool thing about this card here is it's a cheaper, it's a Farhaven elf that when it attacks, I can return a land to my hand, which could be a cycling land. So it seems pretty solid to me. We will. Guess I don't really need Minas Tirith in here, but we'll do 3 for this and get a do all. I have green, white, blue, blue, white. So the color doesn't really matter. So forest is the first one I found. Okay. So now, and the center's tapped, so we'll do that. So I have 3 mana. I would most likely cycle this here and get myself a 2/2 Drake. Oh, I get 2. Right. This is legendary. View library. I get planes 2. Those and shuffle. So we'll do that. We'll cycle this. We'll draw a card. And then we'll go get a 2/2 Drake. Hello there. How you doing, EV Catcher? We are playtesting a deck that I'm about to buy. Seeing if there's cards that I don't necessarily like in the list, or just to see how well it performs. So turn 7. See, it doesn't do too much until it's too late for everyone else. So there's a couple things I could do depending on what the board is. This would be a really great turn to just hard cast Kogla. So when it enters the battlefield, I could fight up to 2 I would fight up to 1 target creature you don't control, and then whenever he attacks, I destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls, and then I can pay 2 to return target human you control to its owner's hand. Kugla gains indestructible until end of turn. I can use the return ability to return Joe Grant if I have to, if bad things happen, but casting this makes him fight 2 creatures, which could be absolutely vital. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. View library, and we'll just do this for 6. So I still have 2 mana left over, and oh, some elf connectors. That's the best thing to do, is deck building. So I don't think I would cycle this turn. You know what? I probably would. Let's cycle this. We'll add a counter here. And then I didn't have enough to pay, so we'll go to turn 8. All right. So now, see, this can be the problem with this list though. We'll do reliquary, or we'll cycle this, giving this a counter and a flying counter. So we're gonna give it flying. Flying. Draw a card. Sun Titan. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. You all. We will get this. And 6. Close and shuffle. We'll play Sun Titan. So we will get back this Sun Petaled Grove. We will attack with this. We're going to assume it dies because it's turn 8. But we're going to return that and then put counters here. Just one counter. And then we'll go to turn 9. Okay, so now things get bonkers again. So 4, 5. We're going to play Alzheimer's Archive, and then we'll start by cycling this. We'll draw 2 cards. Great. We will cycle these to cycle this, draw 2 cards. Okay, then turn 10. I mean, this just seems devastating. So we kind of got there. The engine wasn't as good this game. Oh, I saw the Saltai dragon, and that looked really good. I don't know, see what I can do with that. All right, so let's get one more playtest in, and we'll see how we do. So this hand's pretty solid. I'm pretty far away from this, but I don't want to kind of get rid of it. So I do have 3 lands. I can cycle things away to kind of get further along my game plans. This card's actually pretty solid against graveyard stuff, but if there's no graveyard stuff, I can easily cycle it for 3 here, which makes it a little bit better to run. So we're going to go ahead and draw our 8th card. I have Reliquary Tower, which is a nice touch, especially with new perspectives. So we are going to play this tapped land first, and then we're going to go to the next turn. We'll play... I have 2 opponents. I sure do. And realistically speaking, I think I'm just preemptively going to plane cycle this to get a planes out of my library. It can be any planes, so I'm going to get... I have blue, green... I have all 3 colors already. So we're going to get a... Temple Garden. Nope. Close and shuffle. It goes to my hand. And then we're going to turn 3. So... we're going to, excuse me. We're going to play this Reliquary Tower, and then we'll just play Joe Grant right away. Turn 4. Okay. So, I'm not doing too much this turn, which is a little sad, but we'll play this, and then on someone's end step, we'll cycle this, and then we'll draw a card. Okay, and then we'll go to turn 5. Okay, so I have a couple of options here now. I think I want to add Toothy to the list. 3, 4. We get to search for here now. We'll put this into our hand. Close and shuffle. And then we will end the turn here. Oh my goodness. We're humming. So we'll play the Windswept Heath. And then I cycled 1 card, so this should have a counter on it. So this is where things get scary. So like I play New Perspectives, draw 3 cards. 3. And then I say I'm going to attack somebody. This is going to get bigger too. 1 for the turn, and then 3, 4 new perspectives. So then I say I'm attacking. If you block, I can make it big enough by just cycling what I need to. Right? Cycling what I need to make it big enough to survive, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in my hand that cycle. That seems pretty fucking solid. Am I wrong? Wait, no, hold on. There's even more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the 9 cards in my hand cycle. Just getting Dragon ready for Takir. Yeah, that's a good one to start editing. I don't have a dragon deck, because every time I built one, it's been silly and people didn't like playing against it. So like, I had the guy that puts at the end step, I can put a land and draw a card, and then everyone else gets to do the same thing. And it was a Proteus Staff deck. So I would play that, get the Proteus Staff or effects like it, and then just start like bringing out dragons for free, and people didn't like it. Yeah, this is a dangerous combo, because like I can also now, like, whenever this leaves, I'm automatically drawing 4 counters. It's pretty sick. So let's just assume nothing happens. Like, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna play Gilded Lotus. We're gonna take 3 to play this, and holy shit, things got way worse for my opponent. So I'm cycling this, drawing a card, cycling this, drawing a well, 2 cards, right? No, just 1, but still, like, I'm cycling. Like, my commander's huge. This is huge. And you're dead. Seems pretty solid. So, like, this deck isn't going to be fast, but it's kind of control-y. So this was going to be the very last one. And then we're going to switch to Resident Evil. And we're going to take this one seriously. We're going to make sure everyone does. Okay, so this is a very keepable hand. It's 5 lands, 2 really good cards. So we're gonna draw. We're gonna play this. Yeah, we'll play this Temple Garden. It'll come into play untapped or tapped. I'm going to turn 2. That's spicy. Turn 2. We'll do this. Yeah, we'll cycle this remote isle. All right, turn 3. We will play this because I have, multiple opponents. We are going to I have a couple of choices. I think Pier seems really good here. But also turn 4, I don't have an untapped land, which could be a bit of a problem. But no, I mean, I guess it's fine. I can just cycle or play Joker Anthem too. So we'll play this turn 4. Okay, and now I have the turn 4. Let's get Toothy as well. Toothy goes into my hand. Okay. So now I would play Boseiju here just because I need to have that 4th mana. Do I need the 4th mana? I don't think so. We'll play this Irrigated Farmland. And then we're going to play Rishkar. So it's going to get 2 counters here and 2 counters here. Now these 2 will tap for mana. So I can't really... I could... You know what? Let's pretend I Boseiju something just to be safe. All right, turn 5. Looking solid. I don't have a 5th land. Well, I mean, I do. I guess we'd play it, yeah. We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I think we'll play the... Do I want to play the 6th Doctor? I mean, now would be an okay time to do it. It's... Yeah, let's do that. We'll play the 6th Doctor. Shoot. Turn 6. Okay. So... The next thing I want to do is what? This is a land, so I think we'll play this as a land. Okay, that's my land drop for the turn. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Could just do this. Draw 7 cards. That seems pretty solid. Or no, it would be draw. It would be draw 4. Then I have no maximum hand size. I don't know. That doesn't seem right. So let's just have a second Joe Grant then. 1, 2, 3. I have 2 Joe Grants now, which is pretty sweet. And then this is Commander. So I'm just playtesting a deck right now. Because I plan on buying it and I just want to see how well it does. So I figured it would be fun to do it for an audience. And then after this game in particular, we will switch over to Resident Evil 2 Resident Evil 2 randomizer from 1998. So we will cycle this. Each of these get 2 counters each. Then I'll draw a card. And then boom. Turn 7. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will play Toothy and get a second one. Seems pretty solid. So after that, we will have 4 mana left. I didn't play land. All right. All right. So I think what I do is I'll cycle Desert of the Mindful to draw 1 card. Give 2 counters here, 2 counters here, 2 counters here, 2 counters here. Okay, I didn't play a land yet, so I'll play this. I still have 3 mana left. I would tap better next time, but I'm not paying that much attention. And we will play this Soul Herder. So whenever a creature is exiled from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and at the beginning of your end step, exile another target creature, which will be Toothy. And I get to return it to the battlefield under my its owner's control. So I will get rid of Toothy. It'll come back. I will draw 2 cards when it leaves, but since this happens all at once, so I will draw 2 cards. This one will get 4 counters. And okay, so we're in a good spot. Turn 8. Things are getting unreal now. So we're going to draw a lot of cards, I think, this turn. So I want to... I'm going to cease. So whenever I draw a card, I get 8. Or a counter on here, and if I can remove 8. I also want to play this Ozolith. So if one or more +1/+1 counters get put on an artifact or a creature you control, it gets that many +1. And then I can put a counter on each creature you control. So realistically speaking, I think what I would do here at this point is I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana still. I think I do. Can't do this because I'm dumb. But I would get a second copy of this because it's the first historic spells. So now every one cycle / draw gets me 4 counters on all this, and then these. So I hate to do this, but I think it's necessary. We're going to go ahead and cycle this Panharmonicon, which gives 4 counters here, 4 counters here, 4 counters here, 4 counters here, and 1 counter here. The draw card. Great Hinge. That's a good card. So we will play the Great Hinge. I don't draw yet. So next thing I want to do is, oh, that stinks. Guess I'll do this and put counters on all my creatures, which would be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then I will do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 4. 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, on my end step, I will blink Toothy, which will leave. I'll draw 16 cards, and then it will enter with. Hold on. It's gonna enter. So it would enter with 16, 17, or. So I exile, it comes back. It's gonna have 0 counters when it enters. I'm gonna draw 16 cards because the exile happens all at once, so it will see the draws. So I'm gonna draw 16 cards. Okay, I had 16 cards in my hand now. This Solemn, so this will be at 16 now. Well, 17. Okay, so it's going to enter with 4 counters from that. Oops, 4 from that. And then I drew 16 cards, so this is going to get 16 bigger. No, it would even be bigger. Ridiculous. Because every card would be 4 counters. So this is just really, really, really big. And this is just really, 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 really big. So if they die, like if they die, I die. Which is kind of funny to me. See? The deck's silly. So yeah, this is the kind of shenanigans that I like to build. So I definitely think it's a good deck. I'm looking forward to what it can do, but we're gonna start heading into some Resident Evil 2 remake here in just a second. My head just a hair smaller. There. We're going to close this now. Luckily, no one loves me on YouTube. All right, so what's this? Stop this. We're going to start RE2. Okay. We're going to do the Byron. Okay, so to go over some of the redonkulous settings that my brother decided to put me through. I am basically not happy with what he did to me. So here's the settings that I have. So all the doors are randomized. So when I walk into a door, it won't go to the normal part of the game. My character is random. All the cutscenes are random, and it will be any voice dialogue that exists in the game. It will prioritize rooms with cutscenes. I have large segment size, and I have 3 segments. So a segment would be like, for instance, if you were to collect all 4 chess pieces and put them into that door. Once you go to that other side, that second side is another segment, which is kind of like another mini rando. So anything that you find in one segment will not work or be used for the second segment. So you'll never have to go back once you get past a certain point, which is pretty freaking sweet, if I say so myself. And so this is where shit gets real. So I have more opportunity to get ammo than health, not by much, just a little bit. I did lower the odds of ink ribbons pretty low. My starting weapons are completely random. Any weapon is available. So this is where shit gets fucking wild. So all the enemies are random. All the enemy placements in the room are random. I did allow enemies in save rooms, which means normally save rooms don't have any enemies in it. Well, now they will. The average, so I have about 75% of the rooms will have enemies. I have options between every single known enemy into the Resident Evil universe. So G-Adult, Birkin, Tyrant, Zombie Dogs, Lickers, Ivies, Moths, Zombies, Spiders, G-Embryo, Crows, and Arms. The average enemies per room, I have maxed out to 16. So better bet I'm gonna die. So I need here. Shaboop. So crazy shit's gonna go down. I'm probably gonna die. And I need you guys to pray for my soul. All right. Looks like it should work now. And it's not. Why isn't it working? Let's try that again. Start RE2. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, it's working now. Okay. This is a little loud in my ear holes, which means it's probably loud in your ear holes. So we're going to lower the volume a little bit. And then it says original mode, but it's a lie. It is an outright lie. So we're going to play it on normal. So difficulties just determines like the health of the enemies usually. No one cares about these beginning cutscenes. Okay, so interesting. I don't know who David is. I'm not sure which Resident Evil he's from. But I have a shotgun, which is pretty fucking sweet. Decent amount of ammo, some heals, and 2 ink ribbons. All right. We're gonna walk around with a shotgun. I want to feel safe. So, normally when you go in here, you would go into Kendo's gun shop and... What? I'm riding an elevator with Bill? That's funny. Flame rounds? Okay. 1 flame round. Thanks, guys. What would I have done without you? Okay, cabin key. We're not. We're gonna be. No, we will take this. Oh, 2 blue herbs. I thought I had a red herb somewhere. All right. Gold medallion. Okay. All right. I believe that round. Yeah. So this room is always linked to this. Don't have a lighter, so we can't get anything in here. Okay. That kind of stinks. I should also change my the game I'm playing. Rando. Okay. My shit has been updated. The cool thing is I have it so I can see chat right above my head right here. So chat should be a whole lot easier for me to read today. Because I am playing technically on what you guys are watching, but without the without any latency. Okay. So let's get rid of nope. Nothing. Get rid of nothing. All right. So, will we die? Nothing yet. Oh. I'm very happy that there... Ooh, the lighter. Okay. Submachine guns. Sweet. So, I'm assuming the first thing that I'll need to do is get the Modisc, and that will be the end of the segment. Now, not saying that the end is already here, but I think that's one of the things. You should change up the play with latency. Oh, so play from my stream. Yeah, that's totally how this game works. You're crazy. You're crazy, dude. Crazy. Like a pro. Well, well, well. Alright, another blue herb. The funny thing is the rocket launcher isn't that great in this game. Like, it doesn't kill every enemy in one hit. Doesn't mean I'm not going to pick it up. Did I get the item in here? Yeah, I did. I want to store this, and then we'll store this. We're gonna go get the rocket launcher, store that, and then we'll continue on. So how is everyone doing? I know it's been such a long time since I've streamed, but last weekend I was in Chicago doing some Magic the Gathering stuff. You know, buying Magic the Gathering cards, playing against content creators. I don't want to say too much because I want to leave you guys with some wanting and find out during the podcast. That's what I want. You know what I mean? So we're gonna just keep running past these guys. Like, I am so grateful that it is these in here instead of, I don't know, 16 liquors or some shit. So with anyway, with the settings the way that they are, I will be using there's a glitch with this that you can kind of save percentages by like just tapping the fire button rapidly. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going this way. I promise you, I did put 16 enemies. I just said 75% of the rooms won't have enemies. Or, sorry, will have enemies. Okay, so this is an interesting room. So now I know I need 2 gems. We will take this. And we'll take the... Okay, that's one of the jewels already. So I only need one of the jewels now. That's good to know. That is good to know. I am happy that it's been kind of linear too. Like I've only had one divergence and it's already dead-ended. It's kind of fucking nice. Right, we're going in here now. So Mr. X is nemesis in this.
The hell I will.
Never.
Look at his psychic powers. Did you see that shit? Wow.
Is this what passes for strength in this country?
Yes.
He seems to have been bitten by a poisonous snake, but the size of the wound is abnormally large.
Whoa.
Will you do me a favor? This is my last wish.
Oh no, Barry.
Please give this photo to my family.
Never.
Will you?
Nope. But I will kiss you before you die, Brad. I don't remember this in Resident Evil 3. Do you guys? Do you remember when Brad made out with somebody? I guess he kind of made out with...
Too.
Good God, what was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was that?
Where are you taking me? Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
The trigger news test has now been activated. All researchers and dogs to take cover immediately.
Yeah, that's it.
Unlock all
Oh no, my fan's not plugged in.
In order to maintain a balance, he must inject himself regularly with a serum.
No. So I know one of the weapons we'll be getting is the spark shot.
Shit.
Oh, fuck, you suck. Alright. Shh. Is there more than one in here? Oh no. Okay. I thought there was more than one there. Damn, I can't like sit down for a fucking second. Holy shit, I was not ready. I'm already getting tired. I already don't feel great, but I'll see if I can at least finish one segment tonight and see how well that goes. Oh, this kind of room's awkward. Alrighty, well, I'll see you later, and look for a lobby on Friday, probably, maybe Saturday. And then I'm hoping to
Second floor, east side.
record the podcast on Sunday.
They want your flesh.
A little levity never hurt anyone.
Someone doesn't want us to catch Ada. She might not be working alone.
Oh, before you leave, Stormblazer, I have one more question to ask you.
Not yours.
With Uro, when he enters, you can gain 3 life, draw a card, and you may put a land from your hand into play. Can you use an MDFC on the backside? Like, can you use the MDFC to put the land into play? Like, if the front half is a spell?
Shit.
Shit is right. Whoa. Anyway, so then I started blasting. Little sad that there's not a typewriter in here. That's a lot of fucking spiders, and now I'm poisoned, aren't I? Oh, okay, good. Right, that's what I thought too. I just wanted to double check.
Shit. So that was kind of a thing that happened. I think you mean not enough, Spider. Oh, just because I might stream tomorrow too. It was just I might be playing Magic on Friday. Yeah, honestly, that took a lot out of me. I am very tired. I think I'm going to go to bed too. I know it was a short stream, but I will. Honestly, I think I will replay the stream or replay the seed tomorrow and see if I can do it. And man, that was a lot of fucking spiders. I know, Alan. At least it happened, right? At least it happened. Hopefully I'll be feeling better tomorrow. I'm just getting hot and tired. I'm sorry. It is like 80 degrees in this room right now. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you showing up. I'm sorry it was only for an hour, but yeah, I'm beat. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.